Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the farm, and welcome back to Northwick. So today, as you've seen, we're going to go spraying. We got some weed control to do on the wheat. There's a little bit of wind around, so I want to set the sprayer up with a different nozzle. I've changed this one already. There's a tiny, as you can probably hear, there's wind. So normally we use these, which is a standard flat fan nozzle, but I'm going to use these other ones instead. They're a reduced drift nozzle, so they get it to the floor a bit quicker. So that's the plan. So we're going to fill it up with water. The spray is clean, it was washed out after it was used last time. So we're going to fill it up with a bit of water, change all the nozzles, just make sure they're all working alright, calibrate it, and then we'll put the spray in and go and spray the wheat. So we're just filling up with water now, guys. This is our header tank. That's got a ball valve in the top, so there's water feeding into this all the time. And the ball valve turns it off, and then as and when we take water out of it, it fills itself back up. Obviously goes in the bottom here and into the tank. At the minute we're on fast fill, so it's just water going in. When you want to mix a chemical at the same time, you put it onto this one, and it will agitate it as you fill. See our guide here. So we're at about 300 litres per minute. We want to get quite a lot of water in there because I need a lot to go spraying anyway. Right, so we've got it all folded out. What we're going to do now is just go along and change it so that every nozzle is on the one we want. And then we'll put some water through it, make sure they're all working okay. Right, that's them all done. Right, we'll simulate some spraying and run some water through and come and check them all. Right, at the risk of making myself look silly and not know what I'm doing here, it's already set at 200 litres, that's correct. I want to go into the settings to do a simulation somehow. Into machine settings, so simulate speed, yes. Into your nozzle setting. This is where you enter your target rate and what nozzle you're using, so we're on reds, that's fine. And then here you can set a so target rate a litre will be 200 litres a hectare, sorry. So that should be at 2.6 bar. So we'll simulate that and see what happens. So just make sure I've done that correctly again. That one. Simulate on, yeah, so home. I knew I'd make myself look silly. So obviously before you can simulate anything, you've got to have it set to spray, haven't you? So I write on here, A and B both got to look right. A, B, C's got to look up, which it is. D's got to look left. And there's me wondering why it wouldn't work. We'll try again. Right, so now this time, you can hear the spools pumping. Power shaft on. Put a few revs on. That's it, we've got pressure now. Open the valve. Hey! We have spray. So let me just lower it down. Right, let's go and do some inspections. This is the reason you check. That one's not doing a very good thing. Fine, fine. That one's doing a bad thing. All alright, all alright. Very good, that one there could be better. And then, quite happy with all of this. Good. See how even though it's slightly windy, that is getting straight to the floor below the nozzle. That's exactly what we want. Look, it's going straight down. What I'll do now is I'll just turn it off, have a fiddle with the few that aren't doing what they should be, and we'll go from there. So this is a spray nozzle. It comes in 3 bits. You've got the housing, the actual nozzle itself, and an O-ring. So what we're looking at is the nozzle. This one was just firing straight out, so I think it's probably just worn. Right, so giving them a bit of a clean out. Hopefully that'll do the trick. So I'll go and put it on again in a minute. Look at that, like new. In the end, I just had to go and find a couple of replacement ones. The new nozzle's on, working proper. Let's fill the sprayer up to what we want and get on. Right, so it goes without saying, but suited and booted for handling the chemicals. I put my gloves on when I actually do handle them, but this is Pacifier Plus, so that's for the weed control. And then this is an adjuvant, it's called Biopower. So I need 10.8 litres of this for my first load. So that's 10 litres, and then we'll get another one out and measure out 0.8 of a litre. And I want 5.41 kilos of this. So that's 2.5 kilos. So we'll put 2 of those in, and then we'll measure out another 0.4 of a kilo, another 400 grams. So we're going to put the pipe on to fill up with water again, and then as we're filling, I'll get my mask out ready. As we're filling, we'll tip the chemical in the induction hopper there, and as it goes in, it will all get mixed together. We've got this one running, so this is the chemical hopper. We'll put the chemicals in there as we go. Water's going in. You see this is coming down, so we want to be down about this 23 mark. We've got loads of time there, so we'll start putting our chemicals in there. And that fires water up into the container and spills it out. You have to do that 3 times for every container, and that classes them as clean then. We've got enough water now, so we're just letting the water circulate through, and what we're going to do is put the tiny bit of powder in, make sure that goes in fine, let it agitate for a bit, and then we'll head off spraying. Right folks, we are away. Seems to be going okay. You won't be able to see any spray outside because the section control's on. So I did the short work first. I'm doing it rather bizarrely, and I'm doing the middle work first just because that's where the best part of the field is, where I'll be able to travel the best. And I've got the technology to let me do that, so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, these fields suffered quite badly over the winter with the weather. I did leave a few ruts when I came out with the fert the other day, but we're over that. So yeah, I think I spread the fert about 10 days ago. Might have been a week ago. We've had dry weather ever since, so it's all dried up nicely. Get this as low to the ground as I can, all without me having to worry about doing anything. And we're back on. Technology does make life so much simpler. Definitely does. So the sprayer was intelligent enough that it monitors my speed through the GPS, and it adjusts the rate as we're going. So if I speed up, chuck a bit more out, increase the pressure, and if I slow down, it'll whack it back so that we're not over applying. So we've turned off there because we've done a little ring around that station in the middle. Come back on now. Just going to lift the boom slightly because I don't want them to hit the ground when we go through this gully. the back, doing a good job. Tractor's finding some grip from somewhere. Load it. I was speaking to Mark, the agronomist, this morning about doing the spraying. And he was mentioning about next year getting a direct drill, because ploughing really doesn't do this ground any good. Having bare soil here over the winter, it's just not ideal at all. Definitely something to look forward to, or look at. So this is quite interesting and just worth showing you a minute. When I go on my results here at the end of the spray, or end of the field, I go into my work totals, and it tells me individually what I've spread on the field. So Pacifer there, the powder, I put 2 kilos on, and the biopower 4.23 litres. So I note that down on my record that I make, and 869 litres of water. Also, we still record the fuel, so 4.9 litres of fuel, so not too bad at all, and 4.2 hectares. And yeah, so that's the first 2 fields done. We've done the 2 biggest fields now. I've got 3 little ones to do. There's 1 small field that I'm not going to be able to travel in, so that one won't get done. But yeah, we'll fold the thing up and head back and fill up again. Just a note, it says we've got 400 litres in there, but we're on a slope, so it's not anywhere near that much. We're closer to 150, so worked out about right, which is always good. Gus is with me. He'd just like to ask you to like the video. Thank you, Gus. Drop it a like. These are really handy. They come with the powder for measuring out part bits. I've got my jug to measure out the liquid that I need. Right, so we go at the second block. It's what's the time? 5:15. I think we've got another hour of spraying left. If it all goes to plan. So guys, that concludes the spraying. Obviously 1 field there we haven't done, but there's nowhere I can travel on it, so there's no point trying. I've washed the sprayer out because won't be using it again for a while when I add the powder, so I don't want it to be stuck anywhere in nozzles or anything. And washed the tractor off as well whilst I was at it. I'm now just backing it in the shed. I'm just going to back it in behind the story because they give pretty cold weather coming, so don't want it all freezing, although there's no water left in it, so should be alright. It's out the way back here too. So guys, as always, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, then please subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up, that would be really cool. Hopefully we'll be doing some more spraying soon. But for now, go and follow all the links in the description. And I'll catch you in another video very soon. Cheerio!